The divine sayings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, when two people are together and are at peace, they are in heaven. What is above the peace of husband and wife? If you choose a man to be your husband, you should live together in perfect happiness, especially if you chose him. Islam goes as far back as the root of mathematics. The root of mathematics goes as far back as Islam. Fractions are taught to you first, because you were a part then a whole. We are the root of mathematics. God himself is unit number 1. The greatest heaven that you enter into on believing says a peace of mind and contentment. Islam is the circle of peace and the diameter of happiness. Above all man's habits, peace is the most satisfying of his life. A man should love his family regardless of whom or what, because it is part of himself. The teachings of Islam does not force the woman in no way to go out and work. It is her job to stay at home and rear her children. The Holy Quran teaches the woman to stay in the house and rear her children. He wanted a different human being than himself, so he studied himself. He made woman by studying himself. He made a woman secondly, so this would solve his problem of a search for another man. By nature, the woman has a big job. She is the one who increases the nation. A mother by nature loves and admires her son, because by nature she was made to honor and worship man. The Muslim woman goes natural. When you see her, you are looking at natural beauty. The woman has learned that the man is more exalted before God than she because of her weakness. Rear your children up in the word of Allah. Allah says, teach them of me, burn it into their hearts. As Hagar did not know that water was under the foot of her child, our people did not know wisdom was in a man under the devil's feet. By the water rising up under the foot of Hagar's child, this represents us rising up from the foot of civilization. Everything written in the Bible is written to give us a picture of what is happening today. If there is no moisture in the air, there can be no sound. When objects fall through space, you can't hear them until they hit the atmosphere. Noise comes from objects streaking atmosphere with moisture in it. If land is to make its appearance, it must be made from water. The air is the force that makes the blood flow with the heart as the pump. The Savior gave me 104 books in the Congressional Library to study on Islam and the history of Muhammad. I visited Mecca in 1959. The whole city was all a sign of being my people here in America. My mentally dead people will be the rulers. The veil of the Kaaba means that we were veiled from the truth of Allah. The devils claim that they are the children of God. Why does God punish you like this? He punishes those who are not his beloved. Blessed are those who forge first to bring the way for others. The sands and stars Abraham was told to count. This means Allah would raise up a nation that would be so fast in multiplying that the nations of the earth could not keep up with them. The light of God is the light of the hereafter, which will guide the people like the light of the sun. When Allah blesses you with his spirit, you are a blessed person. He, Allah, has placed a fountain in the house of Israel. Drink. Envy and jealousy will not make you successful. There will be no end to your wisdom in the hereafter. A fool can always insult a civilized person, but a civilized person can't insult a fool, because it is not his nature. Proudness is sickness. This is why we are divided. We will all be one or nothing. The devil has made us a slave to falsehood. To go into the hereafter and the heavenly society, you have to give up this world. If you want to talk to Allah, read the Quran. If you are my followers, then seek the way through me. If you are guilty inside, Allah brings the guilt out in your color. He makes your color to bear witness. The guilty person turns dark because his deeds are dark. Allah makes you to reflect your deeds. Why does God make our color to bear witness to what is in us? Because the blood is the life of us. If you claim to carry a clean religion, you should be clean internally and externally. The property of a Muslim is sacred. This is in the law of Islam. This means all Muslims will do their best to protect your property. When the first man created himself, he was the light of the circle. Then he willed the sun into being. It was 6 trillion years between the making of the sun and the creation of man. The more you learn, the less you seek of self-advantage. Just be what you are and don't try to put one over, then you will feel cheap. The truth separates. Allah sends a sun to separate the darkness from the light. God did not create the sun, he made the sun. When you make something, you start from something. When you create something, you start from nothing. Why do some planets have more moons than others? They have more area to control inequality. Don't be careful that you agree on right, but be careful that you don't agree on wrong. Don't withhold your good just because another withholds his good. You do your part. Greeting the Muslim is binding upon you. If you do not, your mind is not right. Your children have to be prepared for a future they have not lived. You must shape your child. Lazy parents cannot make a child successful. What we long for will finally appear. the right medicine for the disease in our hearts. Is the Spirit of Allah. Whenever we would rather sin and disobey Allah's truth and guidance to make self clear, then you are destroying self. If you are dealing with truth, you are dealing with Allah. Get in earnest with Allah. Since Allah is the Master, Thee do we serve, and to Thee do we beseech for help. I don't have no other one to help me but You. If I need help, I have to look to You. I don't serve anyone but You. I am in my proper place as a servant. You are well able to help me, that I says why I am Your servant. Guide me on the right path. Now You have told Allah what path, which I says the right path. The one that Allah blesses, the path of the righteous before me. Every word of the prayer means good. I alone, God has risen up to teach a dead man. O Allah, please let me continue to be a believer, and let no man deceive me and take away my reward. The sayings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Freedom, free the man, justify the man, and make him equal with his own kind. This I says what God came to do for us. God is with me and I am with God. We are together to help you do for self. I will serve prison terms in order to see my people independent. My life and my death are all for your rise. We cannot change ourselves unless we change our way of thinking. I actually thought that changes us. Allah guides me to do things like a God. When your mind becomes peaceful in Islam, you are becoming nearer to God, the beginning of all nations. Back to the earth, brother, to the farm. Farming is the solution to our economic problems. Farming is the foundation of self-independence. We want to make a new nation, Get that in your mind, everything comes out of the earth. No nation has ever exhausted the earth's treasures. The truth hurts, but it does not hurt anyone but the guilty. My job is to fight with the sword of truth. Truth is welcome among those who seek it. Truth is satisfying. Untruth is terrifying. You should use the term raised when referring to the messenger rather than sent. A messenger is not raised to tell you the day, but to warn you that the day is coming. Allah makes Himself known through Muhammad. He is used as a reflector. What Allah has revealed to me is a base for building a universal knowledge. It has not become universal or we would not be preaching. It is to become universal. The Holy Quran says, the greatest book there says. I say, unique book. Islam is the only thing that will bring us into power and shake the dust of this civilization. Heaven is not a place to rest from labor. It is a starting point. The more closer you try to live to me and try to follow me, the more better your life. The greatest fault I find among the Muslims says that they spend too much time in idle talk. The Holy Quran teaches against this. Encourage each other to enjoy the discussion of Islam. The stars rise just before the sun. This is the messenger. He comes just before the God, the morning star with piercing brightness. The messenger is the first to show forth this light of Allah. We cannot beg to be independent. We must work to be independent. The Holy teaches you that Allah says closer to the messenger than his jugular vein. This means that he is closer to him than life itself. God has raised me up to protect you. My heart is in saving my people. It is a wonderful thing to be in the love of Allah. Your intelligence should not be charged with mediocrity. You can do whatever you want if you just put your heart in it. Allah will show you that there is a God in you. If you are not justified by justice, then you can't receive justice. You are justified on your post by the work you do, which will bring you justice. If you seek to follow wisdom, Allah will help you. In telling the truth, don't ever tell the truth and then turn it around and nullify it to suit the hearer. We have got to rule the entire earth. Therefore, we have got to know the earth and its people. You will do and obey that which you love. Fear is the worst enemy of man. Where you find a man that doesn't fear, that is the winner. Since Allah did not come to us quarreling, why should we quarrel with one another? We must recognize and respect His love for us and not let Him hear us quarreling and disrespecting His presence. If you cannot put shame in a person, you cannot convert him to a better life. My work is to solve your undone problems and the problems you yet have not received. We cannot expect the white man to give us freedom, justice, and equality. Allah says, the head of freedom, justice, and equality, He does the giving. We are in a day of learning. If you don't learn, you are left behind. If you cannot go after justice the right way, you can't administer justice. Work and think. Show that you are thinking about your job. As the earth drinks up water, truth drinks up falsehood. When you don't know yourself, you don't know others. The sayings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. The hellfire that is predicted for the devil is here now. Is confusion, and the flames are his state of mind. This is the hell that is spoken of in the Bible. In hell he lifted up his eyes, and his heart failed looking what ice coming upon them. Truth is our sword, our battle weapon, our heaven. Allah makes the dragon in the wilderness to honor the messenger. He makes him lick the dust. Bear witness to the truth. The dust ice lower than dirt itself. Dust ice good for nothing. No one wants dust on him, they brush it off. Speak truth to the devil, and he will leave you alone. C1IS for the number one God choosing a number one servant. Allah God uses the devil's own language to defend the messenger. That ISYITIS referred to as English lesson, but C1. This I says a defense lesson for his messenger and his followers. The reason we do not see the stars during the day, IS because they are not equal with the sun. The believers will be known because they will have a mark on them. Bible Israel, us all Israel will be saved. I will get everyone. Brother, that bear my name, Allah said to me. Love ISIS taught in the New Testament. ITIS taught in the New, because ITIS not present in the Old Testament. In the New, IT teaches that God is love and the children of today must practice love, because you are not still under the old. The old obeyed the law because IT was law, but the new obeyed the law because they loved the law. You must love the law, if ITIS right, not because of consequence. When we please Allah, Allah blesses us from whence we know not. Although we see no signs of a blessing coming, that doesn't mean IT isn't coming. Some will rise happy, some unhappy. Some will come standing, and some will come shamed, like they were forced to come. This IS working now, the manifestation of the believers from the disbelievers. The messenger I says a sword in a man's hand, created ice from essence, made eyes from that which has been created. The sunlight truth strengthens your eyes' sight. Muhammad came close to God in the farthest horizon or under the low tree. He went farther into the God's knowledge than any other prophet by the will of God. The time of darkness, Holy Quran, when the sun and moon go together, that means they both disappear. Then there is no light. The time of darkness, Bible darkness for 3 days, for 1.5 hours, and another place for 2/3 of a day. In the Holy Quran, Jesus spoke to them while yet in the cradle. This doesn't mean he spoke in the actual cradle. It means a man-child speaking in the infancy of his wisdom. No Muslim grieves and fears, they are happy. If one has these fears, they are not believers. Just watch out for the envy and the envious. The devil will deceive the righteous. He will come from the right of him. He will come from the left of him. Bible. 2 rocks in the desert, one for offense and one for defense. One shelters the children of Israel, the messenger, but the other doesn't, the devil. If a man falls on the stone, the messenger, he will be crushed, and if the stone falls on you, you will be smashed to powder. Example, something crushed can be possibly restored, but that which is reduced to powder cannot be restored.